Hi, folks. Welcome back to Curtis Goes Corner. In dramatic reversal, Wayne County Election Board Republicans rescind votes certifying results. In affidavits, GOP canvass board members claim they were bullied and say there were too many irregularities in the Detroit vote to justify accepting election results. If you recall, they were going to sign. There's two Democrats, two Republicans. Two Republicans said, listen, there's too much nonsense, too many irregularities not explained. I'm not going to sign off on the votes. And they were harassed like crazy. I understand it. Their kids were named and people were bullying them online and calling their house and who the hell knows. So they signed it with the understanding there would be an audit later. Well, I guess the audit was rescinded. So they said, you know what? I'm not going to okay this. I'm rescinding my yes to certify it to a no. And both Republicans held firm. And that's what happened. In an extraordinary turnabout that foreshadows possible legal action, two GOP members of Wayne County's election board signed affidavits Wednesday night alleging they were bullied and misled into approving election results in Michigan's largest metropolis and did not believe the votes could be certified until serious irregularities in Detroit were resolved. I want to mention before I continue, thanks for all my new subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm never going to ask for money. All I ask is for your support. So if you could subscribe and like my videos, that would be a huge, huge help. Also, if you could share this video, that would be a tremendous help as well. It doesn't cost you anything. And also, I'll leave my link to my Twitter account in the description below. It's at Cordisco's Corner. Let's go on. The statements by Wayne County Board of Canvassers Chairman Monica Palmer and fellow GOP member William Hartman rescinding their votes from a day earlier threw into question anew whether Michigan's presidential vote currently favoring Democrat Joe Biden will be certified. They also signal a possible legal confrontation ahead. I voted not to certify, and I still believe this vote should not be certified, Hartman said in his affidavits. Until these questions are addressed, I remain opposed to certification of Wayne County results. We all know that certification is important, and it's important that both sides get to watch, kind of a check on each other for any kind of nonsense that might go on. And we all know the problem with the poll watchers and all the rest of the fiascos. And there's a lot of irregularities. They didn't go into detail in this, but they would not certify it. And that means if it's not certified, then the votes in Detroit would not be counted. And that would mean Michigan would swing to the Republican side. Because you can't say those votes are legitimate. They can't be certified. And that's the system. Etta Palmer in her affidavit, I rescind my prior vote to verify Wayne County elections. Both GOP board members said their concerns included discrepancies in nearly 3/4 of Detroit's precinct poll books, where ballots were supposed to be matched to qualified voters. The Wayne County election had serious process flaws which deserve investigation. I continue to ask for information and was sure Wayne County voters that these elections were conducted fairly and accurately. Despite repeated requests, I have not received the requisite information and believe an additional 10 days of canvass by the State Board of Canvassers will help provide the information necessary. Their pronouncement came just 24 hours after a chaotic meeting in which the county's election board initially failed to certify the November 3rd election, resulting in a 2-2 deadlock vote, which Palmer and Hartman voted against certification. But after hours of continuous public comment and criticism, including Democratic allegations of racism and threats against their safety, they're not going to count votes because they're racist. Jesus, how many times are they going to cry wolf before nobody's listening anymore? The two GOP members struck a deal to certify the election in return for a promise of a thorough audit. Against their personal safety, they named their kids. I mean, come on, they're probably going to their job. It's crazy. This is what third world countries do. Palmer and Hartman said Wednesday they learned that state officials had reneged or were not out of the audit, leaving them no recourse but to oppose certification until more investigation could be performed. Wow, they lied to get him to sign. What a shocker. It was not immediately clear whether the Tuesday night compromise was binding or could be changed, or whether the two members' decision to announce their rescinded votes would stop Michigan officials from proceeding to name electors. Yeah, here we go. More court stuff. They don't certify or they don't certify. But both GOP board members said in the affidavits they felt misled and unduly pressured to change their positions the night earlier. The comments made accusations of racism and threatened me and members of my family, Palmer said in her affidavit. The board members' actions were immediately hailed by Phil Klein, head of the conservative-leaning Thomas More Associates Amistad Project, who had been contesting election irregularities in several key battleground states like Michigan. He said, I am pleased Mr. Hartman and Ms. Palmer reiterated their opposition to the certification of the Wayne County results, despite bullying and threats and in the face of broken promises by Michigan's Secretary of State. Klein told Just the News, Mr. Hartman is properly demanding answers from Wayne County election officials. Yeah, and then you'll see below here, I can't show it here, but if you go on Just the News, you can see their affidavits. That's the link on the bottom there. And they're right. They were right. See, here's the tip-off. You change course after being threatened, and your family members are being threatened. You're probably being threatened with your employment status. That's what third world countries do. As this is what this has become, I don't care what party you're registered to or whether you love Donald Trump or hate his guts or you're somewhere in the middle. This is wrong. It is wrong. They say, well, John, you're just going along with it because you're a Republican and a Trump supporter, and if these don't get certified, Michigan will go to Trump. No. It's wrong. It's wrong. You've had local cheating here, and I live in upstate New York. I've ran for city council 5 times. I've seen friends of mine get screwed over by these progressive leftists. Now, am I saying that every single Republican that ever ran is 100% clean? No. But this is so problematic. This is about the future of our country. This is about the confidence that the American people have in their election system, especially for their president and their representatives in Congress and the Senate. This has to be fixed. As President Trump said before, whether you like it or not, this statement is still true. When he was going through the Russian collusion and impeachment nonsense and the harassment for 4 years, and now this, I never want to see another U.S. president go through this again. And I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. He's right. Anyway, folks, well, stay tuned because all hell's going to break loose. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.